Hi, welcome to my YouTube channel. Today's video is going to be for the keyboard players out there. I get a lot of messages as to how I stopped transposing on the keyboard. So I thought to myself, why not share with you guys some secrets that helped me and made me to be able to play on all 12 keys on the keyboard. I made a post about this some 10 years ago. I'm going to share the post on the screen. I think it was on my Facebook page. So basically nothing changed. Those are points that those are things I did that helped me become very fluent on all 12 keys. And as a keyboard player, it's very important and very it's very good to be able to play on all 12 keys. I mean, you cannot exhaust the importance of playing on all 12 keys. And it's one thing that I mean. So let me not bore you with long story. I'll just if you're new to the channel, please hit the subscribe button and like, share, leave a comment. Doesn't really matter what you drop on the comment section, but just know that I do appreciate and I'll try as much as possible to engage with questions and all. So let's get straight to it. So, top secrets that will help you kill the transpose habit as a keyboard player. Number one, learn your chords and your scales. Okay, so this covers the part where you have to learn how the chords are built and how the scales function. You just have to learn them. Like, there's no way about it. Those are the basic things that will help you understand how the keyboard is built generally and structured. So it starts from you knowing how to play your basic triads, which are your 3-note chords. You know, being able to play them, and then this is basically how I taught my hands to understand the distance on the keyboard. So I basically would do something like this. So this is just me going up in half steps. So it's very and then you hear the pros do tricks with this kind of things. You know, so they're just doing some weird things with that. So that's that. You just have to learn how they're structured, how the spacing and everything, the intervals between them, and that way you can be able to, you can play on all 12 keys, because trust me, they are all the same thing. I mean, so whatever skill, whatever chord you learn, just go up in half steps. What happens is your hands are strengthened, the muscles and everything is strengthened to know by default the spacing and how to position your hands. So number one, learn your chords and your scales on all 12 keys. 2 tip: learn how to read musical notes. Learn how to read musical notes. Well, growing up as a beginner musician and keyboard player, I didn't really see the importance of learning how to read the Western musical notes. And though I was able to train my ears to a point where I could hear basically anything on any record. But by the time I learned how to now read and write the Western musical notes, everything became easier. It became easier because most of the tunes I played, I had to play them on the original key or on a transposed key on the staff. So I mean, it's not really a must that you should, but it adds to the thing because it helps you understand better how these things are shaped, and so you see the connection between all the notes. So learn how to sight read and sight play to the best you can. It's not really a do or die thing, but for the purpose of the keyboard, you just have to have an idea of how the paper music works. Of course, it's going to shape and calm the excesses for you. So that's number 2 thing. Just learn how to read musical notes. So the next tip, the next secret that helped me kill the transpose habit was learning was learning any song at the time on the key it was recorded, no matter the technical level of that song. I remember learning this song, The Lord's Prayer by T.D. Jakes and the Potter's House Mass Choir. The song was on B. Ah, my God. I remember how difficult it was for me because I had to learn everything by ears. So, P.S. This is just me messing with the harmony. It's been a while I played that song. Can't remember anymore, but you get the idea. So just learn every song on the key that, not because you want to play. There are tons of songs I learned over the years that I never got to play for any team or any choir. This song was actually one of them. I never played the song for any choir, but then I learned how to play it then, and it helped me. It exposed me to the key of B, because if you've heard the song, you know that it's just I mean, the keyboard line is just really out of this world. So learn every song on the original key that it was recorded. Trust me, by the time you do this for 5 to 6 songs, you are already on your way to playing on all 12 keys. Another thing that will help you kill the transpose habit as a keyboard player is learning what you've learned or what you've mastered on a particular key and trying to learn them on other keys. Just You don't do this when you're on stage. This is just like a backstory for you, what you do when you are at home or during your practice section. So take for instance that song that I played. So I've not played this song in like God knows how long, but you see the melody is still in my head, so I'm just flowing on a different key. This is C major. So this is just how I experiment. So let me try it on G major. You get the idea. So you just learn it on all keys. Anyone you can remember, you can just place your hand on. You see, so you get the idea. So it's just playing on trying it out. Don't be scared to make the mistakes and all. It takes time, but by the time you do that a few times, just learning the song, you if you learn something like this, maybe the basic 251, try to learn it on basically all keys that you can, So just learn it on all the keys and give yourself time and see what happens. So this is another point. This is something else you can do that will help you kill the transpose habit. Another thing that will help you kill the transpose habit, practice, persistence, and then perseverance. Whatever they mean, but you just need to know that these three work hand in hand. When you practice, you persevere, and you persist to keep learning. You don't stop learning. You keep practicing, I keep telling people 15 minutes every day is better than 6 hours once a week. 15 minutes every day is better than 6 hours or even 8 hours once a week. 15 minutes every day is better than 6 hours once a week. I'm just saying this over and over so that it would stick to your head. So just make out time, practice, don't stop. Just there. It's hard. It's time. It takes time, but just keep going. Trust me, I still do stuff like this every once in a while, just to, warm up or something. So just practice, persistence, perseverance. So all these don't happen in a day. You just keep going and keep going. So these are just basic. These are just. This is just. These are just simple secrets that I mastered that helped me. I actually can't recall when, and by the time I knew what transpose is on the keyboard, I was already playing on all the 12 keys. So it wasn't like I really use the transpose. There are people who have been transposing for God knows how. I have nothing against anybody that transposes, but it's just good. There are people who are pro. I would prefer they even transpose, you know. But it doesn't take away the things you get to enjoy when you play all the 12 keys. So in case you want to quit transposing, the things I've mentioned earlier are things you can just they are very basic stuffs. They're not that difficult. It's just things you can just add every once in a while. You do them, learning your triads, learning your scales, just learning it on all the keys and stuff. What you learn on a particular key, you try to learn them on other keys. You're learning every song on the original key, so that way you're having a knowledge of different keys and how they operate. So these are just basic things, but they are the foundation that will help you quit the transpose habit. So if you enjoyed this lesson, please give us a like, leave a comment, and I'll keep putting out. You can drop your questions as well in the comment section, and I will try as much as possible to respond to each and every one of them. So if you're new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe, like, and also comment. So I'll see you in the next video. This is Aben Production signing out.